Now, as you work on habits to improve your child's learning in memory and speech, here are 4 types of foods that I think every parent with a child with neurodevelopmental problems, with autism, speech delay, or others, should have in their fridge every day and should make sure their child is taking these every day. What are those 4 types of food, and what are they going to give your child in terms of benefits? The first type of food which should never miss in your fridge at the table that your child eat every day is actually fatty fish. Here I'm talking about salmon and sardines. What do they have which is going to help your child? We'll say it's good to have supplements, but many parents also say we don't have money to buy those supplements like omega-3 fatty acids. You don't have to worry because you've got a lot of omega-3 fatty acids in the salmon and the sardines. And all you have to do is just go to the market, buy them, and give them to your child. What do they have which helps your child? It's because, of course, these omega-3 fatty acids. What does it do for the brain? Omega-3 fatty acids actually helps the brain with memory, focus, and overall brain function. You want your child's brain to function properly. You want your child's memory to be strong. You want your child to have focus. You say, my child doesn't have attention. How am I going to teach him? My child does not even give me 5 minutes of attention. How will I be able to talk with him? How will I be able to bathe him? How will I be able to interact with him? You've got the answer. Just look for these fatty fish, these salmon and sardines. Then you've got the focus you want. And these things we say, as long as you apply them, you can even see results even in 30 days, even in 2 months. The second type of food which should never miss in your fridge, and you should make sure your child is taking it every day, is actually eggs. Eggs are packed with choline, which is a very good to improve mood and memory. But more importantly, fish have vitamins that helps with brain development. But what are the overall function that your child gets from the eggs, which I will say that every child with neurodevelopmental challenges should have at least 2 eggs on a daily basis. It's because actually eggs help with learning. You want your child to go and concentrate in a classroom for more than 1 hour, because at the end of the day, you don't just want your child to learn how to speak. You want him even to learn with other children. So if you want that, make sure your child has got boiled eggs on a daily basis. Make sure you've got this in your fridge every. But more than that, it actually helps to improve concentration. Many parents report that their children, they never sit still. They are always hyper. But I've had testimonies here in the comments of parents who went and gave their children eggs, bananas, and these fatty fish. And in a result, their children's attention improved. And even they started communicating. So when you give your child eggs, you're not just going to get concentration and learning. You are going to even have brain cell communication, because you need the cells in the brain to communicate effectively, because when the information is coming from auditory cortex to the temporal cortex, how does it happen? It's because of the brain cell communication. So this has to be working very well. The third type of food which should never miss in your fridge and should always be at the table where your child eats is actually nuts and seeds. Here I'm talking about walnuts and pumpkin seeds. These ones contain zinc and these irons and these minerals which we go to buy, and sometimes we complain that the prices are too high. Yet you can get them in these walnuts and the pumpkin seeds. But more importantly, these zinc and whatever, what are they going to really help with your child? One of the things that help with your child is actually they help to protect the brain cell and even support thinking skills. You want your child to organize his thoughts in the prefrontal cortex and make a real sentence or make a meaningful communication, whether use words or a sentence to talk, to express his needs. Then you've got to give him these pumpkin seeds and honors. The fourth type of food which should never miss in your fridge, and your child should have it on a daily basis on his table, is actually the colored fruits. Here I'm talking about bananas, I'm talking about grapes, I'm talking about oranges, because these ones, they boost memory, mood, and brain performance. You want your child to perform better, to have a good mood, but even his memory to be functioning properly, because as you are talking with your child to have as many sentences in his brain as possible, you also want him to remember them. You want his hippocampus to work very well. So what these colored fruits are going to help you is to give you a very strong working well memory. So if you've tried these types of food and you've got some improvement with your child, I want you to comment below. There is someone who's going to start giving their child these types of food because of your testimony.